You once wrote something else on LinkedIn that stayed with me. I tend to scribble these things down, usually, a note on my iPhone. And here's what I recorded. The most beautiful thing you can do today is make someone feel like they matter with your heart. And I think I bridged it a bit because I was furiously using my thumbs to capture this. Um, so when I read that and I reflected on it for today's talk, that feels like more than just a nice sentiment to me, especially in your line of work. So I'm going to ask, how does that mindset play into how you build relationships with candidates? I think a lot of executives out there, as I'm sure you've felt or heard, feel I don't hear back from recruiters. They don't like me. They don't, and fill in the blank. But
Right.
let's talk about the relationship building part of what you do.
So it's interesting. There's kind of two parts to that. The first part is there we can't help everybody. As much as I would love to literally be able to help every individual, I mean, I talk to thousands and thousands of people every year. And I just sometimes I just can't help someone. But I can kick open a door. I can tell them where to maybe network. I can tell them what to talk about or what to work on. So that's the part that when you don't hear from a recruiter, it's probably likely they just don't really have a way that they can truly help. Having said that, I would tell you the thing that I think, and you'll, if you people follow me on LinkedIn, they see this sort of common theme, and that is I call it sort of, candor with love, right? So for me, the worst thing I could do is say to somebody, "You're fabulous," and and not really be honest or true about what I see. So for me, I want to show that I think everybody is amazing. I think everybody has gifts. I think everybody has a place, right? Sometimes it's a place I can put them, sometimes it's a place I can't put them, but everybody has a place. But when I say something like that, part of how I show that is when I talk to someone, I will say permission to be candid.
Mm.
And if they say yes, I will share with them what I observe that I think could help them to either articulate their gifts in a different way or understand that this is an area that when you say that, you're going to shut down people. Or a great story, and it's a quick story, but I had a gal who came to see me and she was brilliant. Tony, she was one of the like smartest women I have ever interviewed. And she said, "I don't understand. I am not getting promoted." And I'm like, "I don't understand either." So I started asking her some questions and I started kind of digging a little deeper. And this is what happened. Answer. And then I asked her another question. It was answer. And I'm like, permission to be candid. And she says, sure. And I said, do you realize you giggle? You say something so brilliant and then you giggle. So if you're in a room of men, which she was in a male dominated industry. I said, they take that as you're not confident in what it is you're saying. And I
Mhm.
said, that's a learned skill. You can also unlearn that. So I said, here's what I want you to do. I want you to say something, and then in your head, I want you to go, stop. Like say something, and then literally yell at yourself and go, stop. Within a year, she was promoted.
Interesting.
So
Wow.
sometimes you just need, I mean, we all need that. We need that mentor, that sponsor who will look us in the eye and say, it's something so simple. That one little thing will be the thing that will transform your job search. But most recruiters won't take the time to do that, nor do they want to share something that maybe isn't like the most positive, but it's sharing in a way that to me, it's the most loving thing I can do for someone because it'll take them from something so simple to brilliancy just by a simple point of awareness.
Yes, that trusted outside perspective weighing in can often make all the difference. And it's difficult to find a sounding board or someone that will actually, with candor, tell you what's in your way. I mean, we do that at ExecuNet for our audience. And we found that it is at times very rare when a recruiter will have the moment to do that. I mean, they're time challenged like everyone else. And I think we all appreciate the volume of notes and resumes and you name it, connection, invitation requests that that a single recruiter must field. It's an awful lot. No one's making excuses here, folks, but I think it's just sort of the reality of things.